talking about some things in this chapter, and this is part 2 about under the sun. And when you refer to under the sun, you're talking about on this earth, this area that we're living in that is under the sun. But to narrow it down to a specific topic, I want to talk about some things under the sun that deals with the uncertain and unpredictable life. Say that with me, the uncertain and unpredictable life. Now, Solomon talks to us in this chapter and he tells us some things. And he is the man that has spent so much research. Thank God for our visitors here. Let's say amen for them. Thank God for my wife and family and each of you. And he is the counselor. And we are still sitting down in the counseling room of the man of wisdom. And he is telling us where and how to find happiness in spite of all the perils and disappointments of life. Now, the counselor has spent years of research, testing, and trying everything he could to find true happiness. There is nothing that he has not tried. He has been involved in so much stuff until it will shock you. He has tried the women, he has tried drinking, he has tried fame and fortune and all of that. And he came to the conclusion that all is vanity. The counselor is talking from experience, and sometimes people say, you can't tell me anything. Sometimes you try to help somebody not go into a certain area because you have been there and you have experienced that area and you know what it's like to be there. And to keep somebody else from going there, you'll tell them, don't go there. And then they have the audacity to tell you, you can't tell me anything because you have done, and look what you've done in your life. How can you tell me? But the best person that can tell you about some things is the one that has experience in it. And you ought to have an open mind and an open spirit and understand that when the crackheads say, don't try it, he knows what he's talking about. Am I right about it? When the person that's bound by alcohol and cannot get off of his addiction, and he takes the time to tell the person that is tempted to try it, he'll tell them, look at me. I'm an alcoholic. I've shrunk. I've got cirrhosis of the liver. I have conditions, and I'm struggling to get off of it. Don't go. You ought to look, listen, and learn from the person who has the experience. Those are the type of people that I like to talk to because I haven't been out there, but I love talking to people that have been in the street, people that are old, people that have been on drugs, and people that have been locked up, have done time in the big house or some type of incarceration. These are the ones that can help me. And then we have a counselor here that has been given the wisdom of God, and he's given us some understanding. So he's trying to find out where is satisfaction and fulfillment, and he's trying to see where happiness is found in life. Now, we must be reminded that we can receive good counseling, but it doesn't matter how good the advice of the counselor is, but it's only good if you use it. And you will never benefit from the wisdom of the counselor if you don't follow his advice. So first of all, the counselor is telling us to be aware that life is uncertain and life is totally unpredictable. And as Solomon he searched for true happiness, he became strongly aware of the fact that something must be heeded by everybody. There's something that we must all pay attention to. And he is saying that no matter how hard a person works or no matter how skilled a person may be, there are no guarantees for success. You can work your head off, and that don't mean you're going to be successful. You can have degrees and you can have skills and abilities, but you can try all you want, but that doesn't guarantee success. The outcome of a person's life and the outcome of a person's work is unpredictable. There are those that will succeed in one area and then you do the same thing and you can't get your feet off the ground. And this is what the counselor is saying in the text. According to verse 11 and 12, he's letting us know that the abilities that we have are not a guarantee of success. And so Solomon gave counseling on something that he observed in life. And things do not always, look at what he observed, things don't always turn out the way we expect them to turn out. And they don't always work out the way they ought to work out. Ability and hard work does not guarantee a successful outcome. So results are often determined by unpredictable circumstances. Now, the wise man, the counselor by the name of Solomon, he's giving us 5 illustrations to help us and show us how often this is true. He's letting us know that since we do have skills and abilities, he's letting us know that because you have it, it doesn't mean you're going to have success. So he points out and says the fastest runner does not always win the race. He says that the most powerful army does not always prevail and win the battle. And he also is saying the wise person does not always make an adequate living. You'd be surprised at the people that have good grades in school and made good grades and got degrees, but they don't have anything. They're still living below poverty level. And then he says the smartest person does not always get rich. And then finally, he teaches us that the best educated person or the most highly skilled person may not be supported by his superiors, and they may not work under favorable circumstances. So there are 3 reasons why ability is not a guarantee for your success. Before looking at the 3 reasons, think about how complex and sometimes how hard it is to achieve success. No matter how much we know or what we can do, success often sometimes avoids us. And many circumstances and conditions are well beyond our control. And some factors can never be predicted or even imagined. And no matter how carefully we may prepare, we must still expect the unexpected. Now, first of all, one of the 3 reasons is time, limitations, and chance can affect success. Time, limitation, and chance can affect success. Many things are just a matter of timing. It is a matter of being in the right place at the right time. And I want you to know you can be blessed where God is. But it's a dangerous place to hang out where God is no longer there. You got to be in the right place at the right time. That's why it's called seasons. You don't have fruit growing on the tree in wintertime. There is a time and a place for everything, and there's a season for things to grow. So when you look at the word chance, chance should not be interpreted as a reference to gambling, as a reference to luck or misfortune. The word chance in the text refers to those situations that cannot be prepared for. Chance refers to factors over which no man has any control or power. And then secondly, he gives another reason here. It says that unanticipated death can affect your success. No matter how hard a person may work, and no matter how close he or she may be to receiving a breakthrough, no matter how near a person may be to success, death can suddenly and unexpectedly strip away the fruits of an individual's labor. Death is like the net that takes the fish against its will as it swims along unexpectedly. Death is like the trap that seizes the bird that is completely unaware in one fateful step. Death can change everything. And then thirdly, an unexpected catastrophic event can affect your success. And the counselor is talking because he's saying in verse 12, the latter part of verse 12, in the same way that a net unexpectedly catches a fish, or a trap that suddenly seizes a bird, some unforeseen and tragic circumstance can occur in our lives. The athlete, while he's playing or in sports or involved in sports, he could be playing football or basketball or whatever it is, the athlete can pull a muscle or he can experience an injury in the last leg of the race. While he's running track, almost at the finishing line, he can pull a muscle at the last leg of the race. Things can come and you don't even see it coming. Are you listening to me? An accident can occur while things are going good and can paralyze a person for life. Cancer, strokes, or some other illness can suddenly and tragically strike and leave a person incapacitated. The economy may fall just like a person's business is about to gain ground. While you got your business going up, here comes the economy to mess it up. Are you listening to me? Say praise the Lord. And then sometimes you can be working on something, then there's some new method or technology may declare a person's craft or skill or product, that thing that you're working with is no longer needed. You were making good money working with that product, but now it's a shutdown because there's something else that has taken the place of what you've been working on for so long. So anybody's life can change without any warning whatsoever. And so Solomon gives his advice, and he says, don't worry about the outcome of your efforts. You cannot predict or control what will happen, but you got to do your best in everything in life. You got to enjoy your life to the fullest and leave the results unto God. You cannot worry about things that you don't have any control over. You take life one day at a time and live your life and enjoy your life because you have nothing to do that's coming forward, that's coming toward you. Life brings on certain things that are unexpected. And then the counselor is teaching us that wisdom and accomplishments is not a guarantee for success. You can be so wise and ever so wise, and you can accomplish so many things. You can have awards and certificates and plaques and all of that, but that doesn't mean that you will have success. Solomon was reminded of an event that took place, and this event made a deep, lasting impression upon his heart. This event taught him a great lesson, and this lesson that he learned from God is expecting us to learn something from this lesson as well. This event that taught him concerns a poor man. It concerns a little poor man that was very wise. And this man lived in a small city that was under attack by a powerful king. Solomon looks back over in his mind and he sees that this city is about to be under siege. And this city didn't have the necessary resources to defend itself. And being caught by surprise and totally unprepared, this small town was like a helpless rabbit that was pounced upon by a hungry fox. But living in the city was a poor man, and this poor man had some great wisdom. This poor man gave the city a brilliant military strategy. He came up with the thing that they needed to save the whole city. And the strategy was listened to, and they carried out the strategy from the little poor man. And as a result, it saved the whole city. Now the question is, what did the city do with the man who was their savior? What did the city do for the man that helped them be saved from the enemy? Looked like he would have been rewarded. Looked like they would have called him up and put him before everybody and given him some special honor. Y'all gonna pray with me just a little while. Looked like that this little poor man would have been placed out of his shack that he lived in and put into a lovely home. Looked like he would have had no longer to struggle anymore because he saved the whole city with the wisdom of his mind. Say praise the Lord. But look at the poor man. Look like he would have been taken care of. And look like he would have been shown appreciation by those whose lives and homes and businesses were saved because of his wisdom. You see, sometimes people may not have much, but they got something on the inside. You can't look at the outside of a person and tell what's on the inside. They told me you can't look at the book and judge it by its cover. This poor man was, glory to God, should look like he would have been rewarded something. But the people didn't reward the poor man. As wise as the poor man was, that wise poor man was all forgotten about. Instead of rewarding the poor man, he returned to his shack and continued to live the pitiful way that he always used to live. This poor man was barely surviving, and he was ignored by those that he saved. He saved some beautiful homes, but he was ignored. He saved some businesses from the enemy, but he wasn't looked upon. The strategy that was in his mind caused him, glory to God, to be thrown away and forgotten. But looked like some gratitude should have been given. So Solomon used this event that happened, and Solomon learned three important things from this event, and now he is passing it down unto us. Solomon learned that wisdom and accomplishments can be despised and go unrewarded because of prejudice and self-centered people that are filled with pride. We're living in a day of dog-eat-dog. We're living in a day where people will take what they can get from you and they'll walk off and leave you holding the empty bag and won't even tell you thank you. And if Jesus, amen, he healed 10 lepers men, while they were walking, only one came back, and the majority walked off and didn't even tell him thank you. You know that they're not going to say much to you either. Are y'all listening to me? So the man's wisdom was more valuable than all the weapons and warriors that a powerful king had. That his wisdom was not recognized. His wisdom was not appreciated by the self-centered citizens of his community. And these greedy people that were filled with pride had been saved by a nobody. Are y'all listening to me? All these rich folk couldn't save the city, but a little poor man that was a nobody, he had something in his mind that caused the whole city to be saved. And Solomon learned that wise words spoken quietly are more powerful than the shouts of the foolish. You see, an empty wagon make a whole lot of noise, but when you learn and study to be quiet, there's something going on in your mind. Why don't y'all pray with me a little while? There are those in the city who are loud and they said they had the answer. They say, I got the answer to save the city. But it was the wise man. It was the nobody that people looked at that had the answer and the strategy to save the city. You can't look at other people, but you got to understand that everybody is somebody. Come on and shout, everybody. I said, everybody is somebody. Oh, praise the Lord. But the wise man who quietly gave the words to save the city, he wasn't making a loud noise, but he spoke in a quiet voice. And there could have been a politician in the city that rallied the people against doing something good for the poor man. It's just like politicians that we got today. The rich get richer and the poor get poor. And the rich don't care about the poor. They'll use you up and get what they can get out of you. And they treat you just like a mule and say, if the mule die, we'll get another mule. Are y'all with me today? It could have been a politician there that persuaded the citizens to believe that the poor man, he was doing his rightful duty and giving the strategy to save the city. And look like all you can do for people, they'll turn their back on you and they'll say a word. But I want you to know you better live your life and you better not worry about people. Solomon learned that wisdom is mighty powerful, but one sinner can hinder much of the good that the wise can do. The poor man's wisdom was better than the weapons that turned against his own town. His wisdom caused all the weapons to go another way, and he saved the city. But the poor man's wisdom, are y'all listening to her? Nobody thought good enough, and somebody in the city turned against the poor man. And I want y'all to know today that one old man that gave a good strategy, it didn't take but one sinner, one ingrate, one good for nothing person to stand out in front of everybody and say he don't need nothing. But I'm the type of person, when you do something good for me, I just want to say thank you. If you bring me a little water, I just want to say thank you. If you go out of your way for me, I just want to say thank you. It don't hurt nobody to be kind and nice. It's time for us to appreciate one another, because this is all we got. And I need you and you need me. And we ain't nothing but one great family, but humiliated by the fact that one poor man had done for the city what an entire town couldn't do for the city. It was a foolish man that discouraged the people from recognizing the poor man. It was a man who was very foolish that turned the people against the poor wise man. And their ingratitude is remembered right now that they were not grateful. Are y'all listening to me? So as I get ready to close, I want you to understand that life offers no guarantees. It looked like this man that saved the whole city looked like he would have got a reward, but his goodness and his great wisdom didn't come up with anything. And your ability and your knowledge does not guarantee that you're going to have success. And doing a great thing for others does not guarantee gratitude. An unexpected disaster can change all of our plans. We buy insurance for the unexpected events of life. We buy insurance for our illness. We buy car insurance. We buy insurance just in case there's a fire, in case there is theft. We buy insurance in case we have a disability. We buy insurance to cover us for natural disasters. And we buy insurance that because of death, when death comes, we'll have a plan to help us bury our loved ones. Are y'all listening to me? But the insurance is necessary. Though it is necessary and it's proof of wise planning, the best insurance that a person can have is constant faith in the Lord. I say you gotta have faith in the Lord. You walk by faith and not by sight. Is anybody leaning on him? Come on and say, I'm trusting in the Lord. And ultimately, all things are at his disposal. And we must try and live in dependence on the Lord. We must believe that the Lord loves us. We gotta believe that he's going to take care of us. Trouble is up the road, but he's going to take care of us. We got to understand that God will make a way out of no way. Are y'all listening to me? We must believe that he loves us, and we got to walk with him every day, one day at a time. And the Lord delights in doing good things for us, but God got to balance this thing. He let us go through burdens. He let us have some tribulations, and then he'll turn around and bless us because he wants us to depend on him. He'll let you see some stormy days, but he'll bring you out of them. He'll let you see some tears coming out of your eyes, but the God that you got faith in, he able to lift the heavy burden. Is there anybody here that ever cried in the night, your tears coming out of your eyes, and you said within yourself, how did I get myself in this mess? I didn't even see it coming. I was happy just yesterday. I was enjoying myself, and look where I am now. How did I get into this? But I want you to know that if you trust in God and stay with him and keep the faith and hold on, God will. I said, God will. And I go up a little higher. I said, God will. He'll take care of you. Let me see if you believe it. Raise your hand and say, God will. God will take care of you. Glory to God. I know what I'm talking about because he brought me through, and we take trust and put our trust in tomorrow, and we cannot depend on anything, but we can depend on the fact that the Lord loves you, and his plan and power will lead you to eternal victory. As I come to a conclusion, we got to be wise. We got to be wise, and we need to review the counsel of King Solomon because he's counseling us. He has given us several facts to help us keep our priority right. He told us in the chapter that life is unpredictable. There are no guarantees, and death is certain. Every one of us going to the same place. All of us got to go to the grave. In other words, everybody got a death day. But then he tells us to enjoy your life while you can, and acknowledge God as the giver of your life. You see, true happiness is found in appreciating the people in your life and the activities that God has placed in your life. God has put people in your life, and you ought to thank God for them. You ought to appreciate those that stand with you. You ought to appreciate the people that won't walk off and leave you. Won't leave you when you're right. Won't leave you when you're wrong. But stay there and hold you up and try to stay there and comfort you. I want y'all to know that true happiness is not living in a big house. It's not living in the big mansion. True happiness, can I go up a little higher? True happiness is not driving a new car. True happiness is not getting a new wife. True happiness is not getting a better job. But true happiness is right where you are. Is living for the Lord. True happiness is doing our best at whatever we do, and that's loving your family and appreciating the simple provisions and the gifts that God has blessed you with. Thank God. I said, thank God. I found the answer for true happiness. My happiness is in the Lord. My happiness is not down here, but my happiness is in Jesus Christ. His joy, this joy, this joy, this joy I have. The world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away. My joy is in Him. My happiness is in Him. It's not in material things. Life will bring on a storm, but Jesus Christ, He told me that I'll never leave you and I'll never forsake you, and I will be with you always, even to the end of the world. Aren't you glad? You got Him on your side.